TMNT 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, TMNT 978. Thanks to help from my syndicate brother, Rube the Great. He has a YouTube channel. I'm going to have a link to his channel at the end of this video. Check out some of his videos. They're very artsy. Some of his later ones. But, yeah. We have NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Rocksteady, and Bebop finally represented superbly in their cartoon likenesses. It is freaking astounding. It's so overwhelming how good they look that it almost made me have a moment like this is something that I've been wanting for a minute to be a reality, to have Rocksteady and Bebop totally 100% faithfully looking like their cartoon images that you are seeing right now on the screen, unless I got lazy. Luckily for me, they don't come with a lot. They come with just enough of what they need. Like, there are two of these rifles right here with the scope on there. These laser rifles, cartoony freaking laser rifles that are painted, meticulously painted, and beautiful. Look at that. They even painted that. And they both come with, there are two of these in the package as well. These regular hand lasers. I think these were, when they were originally shown on the cartoon, it was the anti-mutagen gun, but I can't remember. They come with two pairs of blade open hands. Both hands seem to be the same, but just colored in their respective colors. They were packaged with two regular fists on already when I opened it. And their right hand is this gun holding hand, which you kind of gotta force in between here, which is a little tiny bit scary. I mean, it's pliable, but not super pliable. You know how this works. Kind of work it, then force the gun in there. Unfortunately, no. In this hand, he's holding it a little bit better, but in Rocksteady's hand over there is kind of loose with this gun. Their left hand seems to be more for holding like blunt force weapons like a sword or maybe a pipe or something like that, but they don't come with anything resembling that. So the best thing you can do with this is wedge it up under there so they can hold it like this when they're holding the gun with two hands. But each and every one of the hands, I took them out the package and I took the fists that were on them and grabbed them like this and bent right here at the base to make that move, because every single joint is stiff. And let's get into the figures. I'm going to do most of the moving probably with Rocksteady. They both have similar articulation, but it's different in certain places. Like, he has the ankle pivot, well, ankle movement that can do this, and you can see the hinge right there, and it can hinge up a bit and rotate. Well, he does have ankle pivot, but look at the detail, the shading around every edge to make him look cartoony. And it's darker back here to resemble the shadows, because sometimes in cartoons it was like two-tone and whatnot. But that tone would change depending on which direction they look in. But it's permanently back there. So, that didn't bug me. It probably won't bug you. But look at this. This has to be hand-painted, because they have these these lines. They would call it panel line, and if it was a robot, I don't know what you call it if it's a humanoid person, but they have the lines all over the body. The mouth opens. It's a pink tongue, and has, I don't know if that's supposed to be his throat, or I guess that would be the continuation of the tongue. You're not supposed to probably bend it out more than that. The teeth are painted up in there, and they're detailed in there. And yeah, if it's anything scary with him, like this belt is not attached right here, so you don't have to worry about ripping that. But it is attached to this. But when you rotate the legs though, you can move the legs free of that, thankfully. And this is attached to the belt. The head, you know, I'm going to show the articulation on both. His head is on a ball with a little post and another ball on the top of the head. So he can like lift up a lot, come down, come left and right. But it's kind of difficult to get him to turn more than that. And of course you can do this. Shoulders only go out to about here. Then you can rotate right here. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Depending on how you bend it, will get you what you need. And like I said, some of these joints are tight. But there we go right there. It's low on the ball post right here. So the stomach can wiggle and wobble a little bit. Be careful for this because that seems to be on a wing and a prayer. Legs go out to here. Swivel on there tightly. Can kick up a lot. I was shocked about that. Can go back. And they do seem to be a little bit loose now that I've been moving it as far as this motion right here. This knee right here. That bends easy, but up top, bruh, it took me forever to get that to bend. And here's a secret. You don't always have to use a hair dryer. Just when you bend things, like this was stuck right there. Don't try to bend it with this. Bend directly at the joint. And that's how you have less of a risk of breakage. But if I didn't show this off, I'm showing he does have boot swivel, and I showed all the ankle pivot and all that. And they do have stand ports on the bottom. So yeah, that's cool. And I like all this detail and flair that he has. But honestly, I think I like Rocksteady the most because he has way more detail going on. He has a lot going on, but unfortunately that works against him action figure wise. Why? Because his feet they can have the same hinge as this guy, but because of the way it's designed, he can't really kick up too much. Like, you can force it, so you get that, but you gotta really work with it. It still has ankle pivot, not as much as Rocksteady because of the way the shoes are shaped, and he still does have a swivel right here down there. His knees weren't so tough, but where the details and all this flair that he has going on gets in the way, this is an actual metal chain. I guess it must be die cast or whatever. I feel like I'm gonna rip this every single time I mess with it. And did I pull this out? It wasn't, yeah, it was like this earlier. But I'm scared because they give you just enough chain to wrap around the waist. I guess as his belt. And I keep feeling like I'm gonna rip that off. Another thing is this right here. The same deal with this. They give you just enough chain to wrap that around twice, and that's it. When you pop this hand off, it flops down, and you have to painstakingly try to wrap it around carefully and put the hand back in and get it into this shape. So I would decide what hand I want to be on there and leave it on there. Then there's stuff like this belt. Like I noticed that tore off, but I guess it was glued. So me just moving it must have made that come apart, which is annoying. And same thing for these. These are glued to the top of his vest. If you move his arms forward, you see it start lifting right there. I see that it's coming off of there, so you can't move his arms up higher than that. Out to the side is no problem. And then while you're worrying about this pliable piece is wrapped around there. So then there's this necklace. You have to be careful when you're moving this around, because even though this is an adorable piece and it's a little thick, I worry that if I were to shift his head the wrong way, I will rip that off. But let's let you get into more articulation that I didn't show. His head can actually look up a lot. His mouth opens. You see the teeth? It can actually open up more than that. The glasses come up, and because his eyes are supposed to be dark, they painted them black. I don't know if they ever accidentally, or whether he was falling down, and you know how cartoons work where the glasses will lift up. And I don't know if they actually showed his eyes looking like that before ever. Here's that detail. But same articulation, bicep, swivel, elbow bend. All the wrists go in and out. And like I said, I took the wrist off and bent the peg. He has more ab crunch because he actually has abs instead of flab. And you can twist it and bring him to the side a little bit. Same stuff down here. His legs kick all the way out as well. Now, one accessory I forgot to show is this right here, this communicator. The communicator has, this looks like the 2012 Ninja Turtles 3D image of Shredder right there, painted on the back. And I guess that's what this hand is. Yeah, he can hold it, but that is very, very freaking loose. And you can't see the Shredder, so yeah. I guess the trigger holding hand might be better for this. Hey, boss. Alright, here's the size comparison for these guys. Bebop is the tallest. And to confirm, the weapons they come with, we've seen all those weapons in the 2-packs with Shredder and Krang with the foot soldiers they came with. And here they are with the NECA turtles. These turtles resemble the video game turtles to me, mostly. I mean, they look like specific scenes in the opening sequence to the Ninja Turtles theme, which is cool. But yeah, these look way more like the video game turtles. Every time I look at them, I just can remember playing the arcade game. Here they are next to my Mezco Spider-Man and my Marvel Legends Deadpool right there. And here's who I got them to go with. But let me bring the NECA turtle out so you can remember their height by comparison. Pretty much the same size. Holy moly. I should have did this before I cut in. Anyway, yeah, there you go. The SH Figure Arts turtles are just slightly taller, but they're way more cartoon accurate to me. Somebody complained that they're not cartoon accurate, but I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, I love these guys. The only thing frustrating about them is their tight articulation. NECA painstakingly painted them from head to toe. If anything's not painted, it's probably Bebop's legs and maybe his vest, but everything else on these guys seems to be painted, and that's good but bad at the same time, since it makes a lot of the joints tight and whatnot. And like I said, you got to be careful about how you manipulate certain stuff. So these are definitely not for kids. I mean, they're going for people my age anyway, but I'm warning you right now, and I should have did that at the beginning of the video. I wouldn't recommend these for kids because they would just rip these up immediately straight out of the box. But yeah, I like them. Thank you for watching this. Thank you again, Rube the Great, for finding these for me. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click